Alright guys, time for some more Gundam. Or actually not entirely Gundam, but more Space Griffon VF-9. Arrived at a terminal. Control cable connected. Passcode?
A terminal. It says, enter passcode.
Well, let's go ahead and give a shot with the passcodes that we earned in the last floor. But I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. Spoiler alert.
I need to enter the passcode. What's the passcode? Maybe I should ask Maria.
The old passcodes aren't gonna work.
What's up, kid?
I want to download some information from the terminal, but I don't know the passcode. Do you know it?
I've been trying to crack the code, but I found out only 4 of the 5 numbers. The first 4 numbers are 1163. Just can't figure out what the last digit is.
Is there any way to find out the passcode?
Well, could it be faster just to try and guess the last digit?
All right, I'll try it out.
Give it your best shot, kid.
Roger.
Alright, so I actually remember this code pretty well, actually. Because the first time I actually played this, I tried...
A terminal. It says...
Shut up, Jim. I tried to be smart about it and be like, well, the game's probably not going to make it, 1 or 0 or anything like that. Because that would be way too easy. It'll probably be like 9 or 5 or something like that. It's actually just 0.
Great. It's the floor data for level 2. I'll download it to the Griffon's computer.
Alright, so last time we left off, we came here with Stormy to level 2 to check out the area after we finished up with level 1. And we split ways with Thief. And as you can see here, we've got quite a lot
Up
of
ahead
enemies.
is the south section. Maria's taking care of that section, so I'll take care of the west section.
We decided to split up and hunt for guard robots and information separately. Alright, so we got a couple of, I believe, new enemies here. Alright, calm down, buddy. Alright. It's these, some really annoying little robots. They're very similar to these guys here, in that they only take 1 hit, but they're also extremely annoying because they're very, maneuverable, or they have high maneuverability. But aside from that, they're really not that bad. The only problem is that they can get really annoying because they move a lot faster than the other guys, but since they're on the ground, they're actually a little easier to kill. Ow, ow. Need to stop with that bullshit, you stupid little guard robot. Alright. Doesn't seem to be too much around here. I don't know. I remember this game being a lot less, or no, let me start it over. I remember this game taking a lot more of my time to get up to this fart. Yeah, it took me forever just to get up to this fart, man. Whew. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I spent a lot more time on the first level than I probably should have ever. But I think that's probably just because I didn't really know what I was doing. I mean, I had just gotten this for my, I was going to say Christmas, but it was actually for my birthday. I don't exactly remember which birthday it was, but I just remember getting it for my birthday. We got a new weapon there, it's a Vulcan. Basically just a machine gun, but it's not very powerful. But it fires really quickly.
This partition has a slot. Can't open it without a key.
It's pretty safe to assume that our old car key isn't going to work, so I'm not even going to bother. But yeah, when I got this game, my cousin didn't even know about it. He just kind of bought it. I guess he thought maybe I would like it. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what made him think I would like that. I think it's mainly because he's into mechs himself. So when he decided to get this game, maybe he thought it would be some sort of, I guess, way for us to bond if he got me like a mech kind of game. I don't know exactly why he decided to get it. I mean, specifically this game. It might have just been from a bargain bin or something like that. I don't really care, honestly. I'm not saying like, oh, how dare you? But it's, I don't know, it's pretty interesting because I don't really know anyone that's ever played this game. And that's sort of the case with a lot of games that I play, because I tend to be very hipstery when it comes to games, and I don't really like playing all the Main Street games that everyone's playing. If you have noticed from the countless number of times I've said that, and also the games I've played on my channel. But granted, there are a lot of games in my, I guess, gaming history or library or whatever you want to call it that fall under that criteria. But this is by far the most obscure one. Because even like Prince of Tennis, I've seen a couple of like videos of it on like what's it called on YouTube, and like IGN covered it a bit, something like that back in the day, way back in the day. So it's not as as obscure as I thought it was. But this game, I've seen like 2 people play it, maybe, on YouTube, and that says a lot. When just about no one's played a game on YouTube. Which, I mean, I can understand that. It's not really, it wasn't really a big hit, I guess. And it's also not exactly the greatest quality game.
Stormy, kid, it's me, Thief. I've just entered level 3. Looks like some research area. It's just beautiful here. Only a few guard robots and not even a trace of security forces. After I finish checking this place out, I'll go down to the agricultural sector.
Yeah, that lucky bastard went to level 3, where, there's not really much going on as opposed to here, where we've actually taken on quite a lot of baddies. What do we got? Nothing here. Let's see. Find some more stuff here. Oh, I hope it's not a weapon. It is a weapon. Of course it is, after I would say that. But I guess a rocket launcher wouldn't be that bad. Let's see what we can get rid of. We have a small beam gun, which we have equipped. We have a medium one. We have 2 rocket launchers already. And we have 2 Vulcans. The Vulcans are pretty useful weapons later on because these missile-type weapons, the launchers, they become extremely rare as the game, progresses. So you don't really see them often, which is why it's good to stock up on them early. The beam guns are good, except they waste your energy. So, for example, this one here costs 20 energy, twice as much as the previous one. And energy goes down really quickly without you even noticing it. So the Vulcans are a nice, I guess, medium, because there's a lot of them, and they have their own ammo. But I'm just going to go ahead and drop that one. Just because I know you can get a lot of them later on. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I'm more or less really sure that I used to use the Vulcan a lot when I used to play this game. But I don't exactly feel like using it now. Like, I've used it a couple of times just messing around, because I like to play a little bit beforehand just so I know what I'm getting myself into. But there's an ant crawling up onto me somewhere. Sorry. But yeah, I didn't really like it too much now. I don't know why that is exactly. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to have a choice. There's not a lot of weapons.
This is the guard robot storage area?
So yeah, this is the storage area, which as you can see already, there's a lot of guys here. What? Oh, this guy. Okay. There's a whole lot of baddies here. I missed. The good thing about these guys is when they have the missiles, those are really easy to dodge, especially since he likes to move around a lot. So they're pretty telegraphic. But once they do actually hit you, they do quite a lot of damage. Alright, you need to stop. Alright, so we got 4 up ahead. We got these 2. Alright. Enough with lasers. And we've got a crawler on the ground. Oh, shooting missiles. Alright, enough with the damage. Damn it, I missed. Alright, there we go. Got him. Ourselves another crawler. Let's just let him. Oh, I tried to lead the shot. I was trying to let him just come to us and lead the shot. Just take out the last crawler. Nope, we're just gonna miss. Lasers are really annoying because they're really fast. And they put you in panic. They don't really do a shit ton of damage. But they primarily just put you into panic mode.
Whew. Did I do it?
Stormy, Thief, Kid, are you guys doing alright?
Hey, Killer, where you at?
Level 6, 4 levels below you.
What's Bighorn up to?
He's on his way to the data bank with Boss. It looked like the enemy was coming down from level 6, so I came up to take a look. We weren't making any progress on our purge of level 7. At any rate, I'll take care of level 6.
Are you sure you're going to be all right alone, Killer? That's the weapons research area.
Don't waste your time worrying, Stormy. When it comes down to action, I'm a cut above all of you. You should be worrying about yourself.
You're talking big now, but don't let yourself get killed.
Right.
Alright, so yeah, we can see everyone's sort of making their way around. Oops, Daisy. Try and pick this up. I would go look around the other dead bodies, or dead, I don't know what you want to call it. Dead pieces, or dead corpses, the dead robotic corpses, but there's probably most likely not going to be a lot around. I just noticed why this game feels so, I guess, drab sometimes, because there's no music. That's what it is. I don't know, maybe I'll try and see if I can find some sort of background music that I can play or something, but it's going to be really difficult. Since there's a lot of... Ooh, an object.
A master key. For what?
I don't know, maybe that partition with a card slot that we found earlier. Just maybe, Jim. Yeah, it's going to be kind of difficult. There's a lot of, like, voiceovers, and I like to sort of pick up the game audio so you guys can hear the voice acting, because it's not half bad. I like it, at least, even though it's pretty hammy sometimes. But I'm going to try and do what I did with Catherine, which is just I lower the game volume while I'm playing, but then otherwise I pick up the volume when there's, you know, a cutscene or something like that. So I'm going to try to do that. The only problem is that there's no like actual audio except for me doing, you know, driving around, which isn't at all exciting. So, I mean, I could try and get some sort of music, but then I'm going to constantly have to lower the music or mute the music and then go back and then mute the music whenever someone's talking.
Up ahead is the south section. Maria's taking care of that section, so I'll take care of the west section.
So we'll see what happens. This is pretty annoying that there's absolutely no music.
This is Killer. I've closed up the path to level 7 with a petition. There should be no more hostiles getting into level 7. I'll continue by wiping out all hostiles on level 6. Over.
Which, I mean, at the same time, it kind of adds to the atmosphere.
A partition. There's a slot for a card key. I need a card key to open it.
Because this game is, it's not necessarily a horror game at all. It's a little too cheesy for that, but it has a lot of, like, elements.
It's a master key.
That takes care of that.
All right, this partition is taken care of.
That by itself gives you sort of, it puts you on edge, because, for example, it's really desolate and there's, like, nothing around, and there's sort of, like, fog of war, so you kind of, there's, like, a draw space, so where you're traveling through the area, and it's also really narrow and compact and all that stuff, and your mobility is kind of shitty. So it has elements of like a horror game, definitely, and the lack of music definitely adds to that. But at the same time, since it's not exactly a horror game, it's a bit annoying. Alright, you need to stop shooting so many times in a row. It's getting a little annoying here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's really annoying trying to pick up stuff in combat mode because you're so tall. Ooh, yes. Bingo.
Number 369 sensor?
So you found one of those sensors too, kid. Almost all of these security units have one. What could they be good for? I just throw them away.
I have a place to attach it, so I think I'll just hang on to it.
Well, it's a matter of taste. If you find out something, let me know.
So we can see there that that's actually going to reveal one of the bigger elements in the game. And it's also something I've talked about before, which is that this game is I've said this game is a favorite of mine, but it's also sort of given me a liking to the number 369, to the point that it's my second favorite number, even though it's a really odd number. It's a really big, 3-digit number to be my favorite. But it's primarily just because of the time I spent with this game. But I won't say any more about that just yet, because I don't want to really spoil anything. Got here another small rocket launcher. I guess we can ditch ours. I'm gonna have to re-equip it. So we have one. We'll just ditch ours for now, so that we can have more ammo. I guess I'll just stay in combat mode, since I think maybe some stuff is gonna pop up pretty soon. Nope, I guess not. Alright, never mind. Let's go up in here.
This is Boss. We've managed to get to the data bank. I'm going to look up the current status of HAMLET. Let me know if anything comes up. Over.
So I guess I'll give you a bit of an overview of what's going on. So, Jim and Stormy, me being Jim, or Kid and Stormy, I guess, are on the second floor, figuring out what's going on. I think this is the guard robot section. I don't remember the sections too well. Thief is on the third floor. I think that's a residential area. He's trying to figure out what's going on over there. Hasn't found anyone, and it's pretty quiet and stuff. Boss and Bighorn are on the fourth floor, which is the data area, center, whatever, trying to figure out what's going on with HAMLET. And Killer is on the sixth floor, because him and Bighorn were getting ambushed in level 7 by a bunch of bots. So they split up, and Killer came down to level 6, which is a weapons facility, and he shut down sort of where all the bots were going to level 7. And right now he's trying to finish up by taking up all the bots that are in level 6. So I know there's a lot of stuff going on. Oh my god! Yeah, this guy has the Vulcan type of weapon. So naturally, when we use the Vulcan, it's not going to be anything like that. It's only going to be, it's like a machine gun. It's just a bunch of rapid fire shots, but it's going to look, the shots are going to look just like that. That same color and, round and whatever. I don't really know what's the best way to describe it. Okay, cool. We got an army unit. I should probably use one of those pretty soon. We've got 3 types of units in this game, which are the repair units, which are for your body, so you can restore some HP. There's the energy, or rather the power units, which give you energy, and the armor units, which fill up your shield, because over time your shield takes damage, and if you don't, patch it up, it'll become unusable. I joked around in the beginning how this was a Gundam Let's Play, but it's pretty obvious that Gundam clearly had a hand in developing this game. Not like directly, but I mean like inspiration-wise, given how specifically my BF looks, and with the shield and lasers, all that kind of stuff. And it's not really too surprising given how popular Gundam is in Japan. So, yeah. It's probably one of the reasons why I really like this game, because I, beforehand, used to watch a lot of G Gundam, I think. Or it might be the other way around. I'm not entirely sure. I don't want another B weapon. I could equip 2 of them, but I have a medium one, so I don't really need that one. Let's just get to cruise mode. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure when I used to watch G Gundam, but whenever it was on Toonami, that's when I mainly used to watch it. Here's another control center, or data bank, or whatever the hell they call it. But since we accessed the first one, we don't need to go there anymore.
This is Thief. I'm done purging level 3. I did meet with some resistance from some rats in the agricultural sector, but otherwise all safe and peaceful. I must be lucky after all. All thanks to my lunar tears. I'm gonna check if I can get down to level 4. Over.
Yeah, so he's in the, I guess we're in the residential area. He's in the agricultural area. And as you can see, his lucky bastard's eating an apple. Having the time of his life. While I'm getting shot up by a bunch of different bots.
Darn, it's locked. It's a master key.
It's pretty funny because they don't give you a prompt Or like he's just like, oh man, it's locked. I guess we go back. But yeah, you have to kind of figure that out.
Unknown disk type? Report on plan number 369?
Which I guess is a good thing.
Maybe I should check with the captain on what to do.
Which I guess is a good thing, and it just doesn't tell you everything.
This is Boss. What's up?
I found a strange disk. It says report on plan number 369.
Report? What's in it?
I can't read it with my machine.
I see. I'm at the databank on level 7 with Bighorn, and we're trying to unlock the data protection scheme. Let's take a look at that disk over here.
All right, I'll deliver the disk there.
There's a protection scheme on the system, and we can't access the databank fully. You bring the disk after you've finished purging level 2. Go to it. Over.
So I messed up a bit. Level 4 is not the databank. Level 7 is the databank. That's why Killer went down to try and stop the bots from going in, so that Boss and Bighorn can get the data from there. Whoopsie! Level 4 is not entirely sure what level 4 is, but that's where Thief is heading to now. We have to make our way back since we've already actually purged, or presumably we've already purged all the bots in this floor. So we're just gonna go ahead and make the quickest possible ascent, whatever you want to call it, to somewhere relevant. So we have to try and make it to the elevator so that we can give Boss this disc that we found, which details stuff about the 369. Interesting. This is stone music, right? Isn't it?
I don't need to get on this elevator now.
Huh. I guess we haven't exactly purged the entire floor. We might have missed a bot somewhere, or there might be some sort of area we haven't gone to exactly. Let me just pick that up.
Oops, this path's a dead end too. Boss, you can't get anywhere from level 3 unless you use elevator 4. About the only thing I've found here is the controller card for elevator 1. That's elevator 1. It goes directly from level 1 to level 9. All right, Thief, you go and check out the mining area. There's all the Lunar Tears ore you could possibly want there. Get some ammunition while you're at it, and go to level 9. Roger, I'll just hop into elevator 1. When I reach level 9, I'll contact you again.
Yeah, Thief is making his way to level 9. If you don't know what Lunar Tears are, you should probably watch episode 0 of this, because the boss does a nice overview of the themes of this game.
Kid, I found it! The monster! Watch it! It ran in your direction!
There we go.
Roger.
Yeah, it sucks that I had to go all the way back just to get that call. Now I get to go all the way back again. Unidentified life form approaching.
Huh? It's that monster again! You're not getting away. I'll get you this time. Has it grown larger? Huh? The 369 sensor's giving me a reading.
So yeah, as you can, oh my god, he broke our missile, that dumb bastard. Alright, shut up. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it off right here. As you can see, we've encountered this freaking monster again, and the 369 sensor is reacting to it. Well, I'll find out what's that all about next time. See you soon.